So, Brad, when you came in, you were admiring the studio and kind of reminiscing and telling some stories about the first day you walked in here in 2007.
And I was looking at the school bus trophy.
And we were over here looking at the school bus trophy, which is, I don't even know how tall. It's taller than me, 6 feet it looks like or so. And we were talking about the change in trophies and how they've changed throughout the years. And we were talking about the cost of trophies and the fun.
It's changed over the years, too.
I haven't bought, you look at this trophy. I mean, again, Wyatt wins trophies from Millbridge that kind of look like that school bus trophy. They got crayons and stuff stuffed in them for kids and things like that. They're funny. I don't have a clue how much those cost. I would say $100 or $200. But we were talking about the trophies for NASCAR and who even gets to keep the trophies. And this could be interesting for people. You know, in our agreements and what I've always known from growing up with my dad and Dale and being on that driver's side, the driver got to keep the trophies.
Yes.
You told me that you've run for some team owners that the team owners got to keep the trophies and you had to buy the trophy.
There's some interesting battles that happen. Yeah. You know, this is one of the surprises of being a team owner is there's things you can do you didn't know you could do, right? Like you can just take the trophy. Like this, and there's actually we've had some battles at certain victory lanes where it's kind of like, go get the trophy before the team takes it. You know, like you're in victory lane and you're happy and you're smiling and you're like looking over at your bus driver or somebody, get that trophy, get it on the bus before somebody else grabs it. And then you get like the call like, hey, the trophy went missing in victory lane. Do you know where it is?
Do you have it?
I'll have to check, you know, so. Trophies have become their own story of motorsports, right? Because, you know, most sports have like a trophy, but it's only like the championship.
Yeah, the year
trophy.
end.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
You don't get
the Stanley Cup or whatever.
Exactly. Like you don't get a trophy in football for winning week 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe you should. Like they give away a game ball, but you don't get like a trophy. And I think part of that is because those sports, all the competitors don't compete against each other at the same time. Where NASCAR does. So I'm glad that you do NASCAR. So I want to make sure that's right.
Yeah. We want trophies.
We want trophies.
We're not dissing trophies.
We're totally not dissing trophies. We might be shaming a few track owners who have decided to go as cheap as they can on some trophies. But then there are other tracks where, you know, they give away the coolest trophies. Like I think I saw in here somewhere, was there a grandfather clock? Yeah, there is.
Yeah. Yep, Martinsville.
And like that's part of their story, right?
Yes.
And you go to that track telling your team, I want a clock.
Yes.
And the fans see that clock in victory lane and it clicks. Like I think that's
I love that tradition.
incredible.
Like Texas. I can think about Texas and the gun firing and the fireworks and I love those traditional things that set a track apart for that reason.
So what's your favorite trophy?
Oh gosh.
In all NASCAR.
Well, let's talk about the ice cream trophy.
Okay, please. I get a feeling this is not going to be your favorite.
No, honestly,
this might be your least favorite.
Yeah, but really visually, it's a gorgeous, beautiful trophy. And I've never got
I'm so jealous, by the way, that is the Xfinity trophy. Because I went through this whole thing. I watched the race.
It's big.
I saw the trophy.
Oh,
like, this is
massive.
Awesome.
The ice cream cone's like this.
Yes,
like it's
gorgeous,
so cool.
Colorful.
It's the Andes Frozen Custards trophy, and I don't remember which race it is, but we've won it.
It's
twice.
Texas. I don't know. It's a spring race or fall
won it
race.
twice.
There's only one race now in Texas.
But that trophy is so expensive, and as a team owner, I have to make that decision. Like most trophies are $2,000 to $4,000, range, and this trophy is tens of thousands of dollars. I'm not going to say exactly how much it is.
It's a piece of art.
It is a piece of art. But I still couldn't afford the piece of art, and I made the decision not to buy it. And we made a replica of our Frozen trophy because the driver got
a cheaper
replica.
Yes.
And but it's a gorgeous trophy, I mean, it's like thinking about those traditions. I remember lined up. My dad won Bristol like 7 times, and I remember those trophies. I love to be able to see the.
I like
trophies.
the continuity.
I do too. Yes. That's one thing that I don't like is. In today's is like sometimes we lose that continuity.
Yep.
I like for it to be like all those trophies beautifully lined up were a piece of art themselves, like the
I totally appreciate like Charlotte hasn't changed their trophy.
Yeah, Dale's most popular driver trophies. They went through a change with those. They were one way and then they turned them into something else, and
so you don't have the continuity.
I just love. I mean, you're sitting here look at this little All-Star race trophy over here and what they've turned into today. 2011. Isn't that now like the ice? Isn't the on the end there? Is that the All-Star? What is that?
Yeah.
2011's trophy. And isn't that I don't know.
That's a Sprint fan vote, I think.
Oh, the Sprint fan vote.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sitting here looking. My glasses are obviously not Sprint fan vote. Okay, so that's different. Yeah, because that's a crystal, right? That's a
Yes, I
big
think
piece
so.
of
But
beautiful
they've
crystal.
changed so much over the years that
they have.
I appreciate, back to what you're saying, tracks that have continuity. And if you're a new track, like to me, the litmus test for being a new track, and this sounds almost petty, but it's like, do you have a cool trophy?
Have a
or
cool
not?
trophy.
If you don't have a cool trophy, like I almost feel like that should be like, oh, so you're a track and you want a date. Let's see your trophy.
Yeah.
If you got a good trophy, like you get it. If
Yeah.
you don't, like, you're out.
Yeah.
I feel like, and there are certain tracks that are known for having terrible trophies, certain tracks that are known for going over the top. So, to your Texas story, I saw the Xfinity Series trophy, and I immediately went to go look at the Cup one. Not cool. It's like, wait, how are you going to let the Xfinity Series have the cool trophy and the Cup Series have a lame trophy?
I know sometimes I look at them and go, wow, that was the trophy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't even tell it was the trophy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that was the trophy. We've got a trophy internally. It's like on a blue stand that looks like a sphere. It's got a crystal bowl on it. I don't know what track it is, but I always have to look at it and go, oh, yeah, that's a trophy.
Yes.
Because it sort of does it. It is unique, which is a good factor. We've talked about we like for them to be unique. But it's so odd that I forget that it's a trophy. And we have two of those running around the office, too, because I see those on people.
So I have two trophy stories. Can I tell you two trophy stories?
Absolutely.
My favorite.
Where do you keep your trophies?
Most of them are at my mom's
That's
house.
another thing.
I don't keep them in
like
my house.
all these trophies. Yeah, like what do we do with them?
They're pieces of art.
Yeah.
You're like, what do I'm
Yeah.
afraid, particularly having young kids. Like,
So they're at your mom's.
yeah, so they're at my mom's,
Okay.
and they're kind of sequestered.
Okay. So tell your trophy
All
stories.
right, I got two trophy stories I'm going to tell you. First one, this is my favorite all-time trophy story, is from when Henry Ford won his first race. Because you were talking about trophies and you can't tell they're trophies. So Henry Ford, when he goes to run his first race, he is like predicted to be last. Nobody knows who he is. There's this guy who's like the hero of the time. His name's Alexander Winton. Like the race is being run. It's in Detroit. And this guy is such a favorite that the guy putting on the race, the promoter for the race, calls him. It says, hey, I got to make a trophy for this race. You're probably going to win it. What do you want the trophy to be? The guy goes to his wife and says, hey, honey, what do you want the trophy to be? Because at that time, trophies were more kind of like household items. Mm-hmm. She goes, I want a nice crystal punch bowl set. Like a really nice. So like, yeah, we'll make that the trophy. Calls the promoter. And yep, that'll be the trophy. And I don't know if they engraved it or whatever. And so goes to run the race, loses to Henry Ford. Henry Ford wins the race. And the trophy was this beautiful crystal punch bowl set, right? To your point, you don't know it's a trophy. So that punch bowl set sat in his house until the day he and his wife passed away. And now when the Fords passed away, Henry Ford and his wife Clara passed away, like they went through his house and they cleaned it out and they just like, we don't know what this stuff is. They got rid of the punch bowl set, the crystal punch, because they just thought it was like a household item.
Yeah.
Like it literally went to like some estate auction. This is, of all the trophies in the world, the most historic, significant, because winning that race funded Ford Motor Company.
Wow.
Nobody knows where the trophy is.
Still to this day.
To this day. If somebody ever found that trophy, we're talking maybe tens to hundreds of millions of dollars for that trophy.
Wow.
It is, to me, the coolest motorsports trophy story. Like, this thing would be worth more than the Stanley Cup.
That's awesome.
Because it is literally the birth of Ford Motor Company, was him winning that race.
We probably just put a few people on a hunt.
Yes. So if you are like one of these scavenger people,
Pickers.
The Ford family has been looking for this trophy for decades.